What I'm about to share with you will shock you, and it might just save your life. Last Tuesday, I received a call that changed everything. A 67-year-old grandmother was rushed to our emergency room. She had been feeling perfectly fine that morning, made breakfast for her grandchildren, tended to her garden, even took her daily walk around the neighborhood. But by 2 p.m., she was fighting for her life. This grandmother's story isn't unique. In fact, it's becoming terrifyingly common across America. And the most heartbreaking part? Her heart attack could have been completely prevented if she had known about the three silent killers I'm going to reveal today. You see, she was unknowingly practicing three daily habits that 90% of American seniors consider completely harmless. Habits so innocent that most doctors don't even warn you about them. Yet these three simple activities were slowly strangling her heart day by day until her body simply couldn't take it anymore. Before we dive deep into this life-saving information, I need to know where you're watching from today. Are you in Florida, California, Texas, New York, or perhaps watching from another country? Drop your location in the comments below. I read every single one, and knowing where our senior Healthline family is located helps me provide better, more relevant advice. Also, if you're over 55 and want to protect your heart, hit that subscribe button right now and ring the notification bell. What you're about to learn could literally add years to your life. Now, let me tell you exactly what happened to this grandmother, and more importantly, how you can make sure it never happens to you. This grandmother had always been health conscious. She ate her vegetables, took her daily walks, and never missed a doctor's appointment. Her last checkup 3 months ago showed normal blood pressure, good cholesterol levels, and her doctor even complimented her on her healthy lifestyle. So what went wrong? When I reviewed her case, I discovered something that made my blood run cold. Hidden in her daily routine were three habits that had been systematically destroying her cardiovascular system for years, habits that her previous doctors had either overlooked or dismissed as harmless. The first habit had been slowly thickening her blood and damaging her artery walls. The second was creating dangerous inflammation throughout her cardiovascular system. And the third, the most deadly of all, had been silently sabotaging her body's natural healing processes every single night. She survived, thank God, but her recovery will take months, and her heart will never be quite the same. The tragedy is that all of this could have been prevented with simple knowledge that I'm about to share with you. Here's what's really scary. Her habits are incredibly common among American seniors. According to recent CDC studies, over 85% of adults over 60 engage in at least one of these three deadly practices daily. Many practice all three without having any idea of the damage they're causing. That's why I've made it my mission to warn every senior about these silent killers. Because unlike this grandmother, you have the opportunity to stop these habits before they cause irreversible damage. If you're getting value from this information, please show your support by giving this video a thumbs up. It helps us reach more seniors who desperately need this life-saving knowledge. Before we dive into the three deadly habits, you need to understand exactly what happens to your heart as you age. This knowledge will help you understand why these seemingly innocent activities become so dangerous after 60. Your heart is an incredible muscle that beats approximately 100,000 times per day. That's 35 million beats per year. And if you're 65, your heart has already beaten over 2.3 billion times. Think about that for a moment. 2.3 billion contractions, pumping blood through 60,000 miles of blood vessels in your body. After decades of faithful service, your heart begins to change. The muscle walls become slightly thicker but less flexible. Your arteries, once smooth and elastic, develop microscopic damage that makes them more susceptible to inflammation and plaque buildup. Your blood pressure regulation system becomes more sensitive, and your body's ability to process certain substances, like alcohol, salt, and sugar, dramatically decreases. This is why habits that might have been relatively harmless in your 30s and 40s become potential death sentences after 60. Your heart simply doesn't have the same resilience it once had. But here's the good news. Your heart is also incredibly responsive to positive changes. Unlike other organs, your cardiovascular system can begin healing and strengthening within days of eliminating harmful habits. I've seen patients reverse years of damage in just months by making the right changes. The key is knowing exactly what to change, and that's where most seniors get it wrong. They focus on obvious things like exercise and diet, while completely ignoring the subtle habits that are causing the most damage. That's about to change. Let me show you the 3 habits that are silently destroying senior hearts across America, starting with the one that might surprise you the most. Silent killer. 3. The evening relaxation ritual. Picture this. After a long day, you settle into your favorite chair with a glass of wine or your preferred cocktail. It's your reward, your way of unwinding, your little piece of peace in an often chaotic world. You've heard that moderate drinking might even be good for your heart, right? This nightly ritual is slowly killing you. I know that sounds dramatic, but let me explain exactly what happens in your body when you consume alcohol after age 60 and why this harmless habit is one of the leading causes of heart failure in American seniors. The metabolic shift after 60, your liver processes alcohol completely differently than it did when you were younger. What used to take your body 1 hour to metabolize now takes nearly twice as long. This means alcohol stays in your system longer, causing more damage and interfering with crucial bodily functions throughout the night. Here's what really happens when you have that evening drink. Phase 1, the immediate impact, 0 to 2 hours after drinking. Your blood pressure spikes as alcohol enters your system. While you might feel relaxed, your cardiovascular system is actually under stress. Your heart rate becomes irregular, and your blood vessels dilate unnaturally. For seniors, this sudden cardiovascular stress can trigger dangerous arrhythmias. Phase 2, the sleep disruption, 2 to 6 hours. Alcohol disrupts your REM sleep cycles, preventing your heart from entering its crucial repair phase. During deep sleep, your heart rate should slow down, allowing the muscle to rest and regenerate. Alcohol prevents this from happening, forcing your heart to work harder all night long. Phase 3, the morning rebound, 6 to 12 hours. As alcohol leaves your system, your blood pressure rebounds higher than normal. This morning surge, combined with the natural blood pressure increase that occurs upon waking, creates a dangerous perfect storm. This is why so many heart attacks happen in the morning hours. Remember the grandmother I mentioned? Her nightly glass of wine, just one glass mind you, had been creating this cycle of stress, disruption, and rebound for over a decade. Her heart was never getting proper rest, her blood pressure was constantly fluctuating, and inflammation was building up in her arteries night after night. But it gets worse. Alcohol also interferes with crucial heart medications. If you're taking blood pressure medications, blood thinners, or cholesterol drugs, alcohol can make them less effective or even dangerous. Many American seniors are unknowingly creating dangerous drug interactions with their evening drink. The research is clear. A landmark study published in the Journal of the American Heart Association followed 15,000 American adults over 60 for 12 years. Those who consumed even one alcoholic drink daily had a 34% higher risk of heart failure compared to non-drinkers. The risk jumped to 67% for those having 2 drinks daily. Another study from the European Heart Journal found that seniors who stopped drinking alcohol saw their heart function improve by an average of 23% within just 6 months. The solution. I'm not saying you can never enjoy a drink again, but if you're serious about protecting your heart, here's what you need to do. Limit consumption to no more than 3 drinks per week, never on consecutive days. If you must drink, do it earlier in the evening, at least 4 hours before bedtime. Always drink with food to slow absorption. Never drink if you're taking heart medications without consulting your doctor. Replace your evening drink ritual with herbal tea, sparkling water with fruit, or warm milk with honey. The bottom line, that evening drink isn't relaxing your heart, it's slowly destroying it. This grandmother learned this the hard way. You don't have to. If this information is eye-opening for you, please let me know in the comments. Have you noticed better sleep or energy levels when you skip your evening drink? Your experience might help other viewers make this crucial change. Silent killer. 2. The American breakfast bomb. Every morning, millions of American seniors unknowingly eat what I call the breakfast bomb. A meal so devastating to your cardiovascular system that it literally sets you up for a heart attack before you even finish your coffee. Let me paint you a picture of the most dangerous meal in America. 2 strips of bacon, 2 eggs fried in butter, white toast with more butter, a glass of orange juice, and coffee with cream and sugar. Sound familiar? Maybe you prefer sausage instead of bacon, or maybe you add some hash browns. The specific combination doesn't matter. They're all variations of the same heart-destroying formula that's become synonymous with the American breakfast. Here's what terrifies me as someone who operates on hearts every day. The majority of heart attacks occur between 6 a.m. and 12 p.m., with the peak happening between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. This isn't a coincidence. It's a direct result of what Americans eat for breakfast. The perfect storm. Let me explain exactly what happens in your body when you eat this type of breakfast, especially after age 60. The blood thickening effect. When you consume high amounts of saturated fat first thing in the morning, your blood literally becomes thicker and stickier. Think of it like motor oil in cold weather. It becomes sluggish and harder to pump. Your aging heart, which is already working harder than it used to, now has to push this thick, fatty blood through increasingly narrow arteries. The inflammation cascade. Processed meats like bacon and sausage contain compounds called nitrates and advanced glycation end products, AGEs. When these hit your bloodstream, they trigger massive inflammation throughout your cardiovascular system. This inflammation damages the delicate lining of your arteries, creating perfect spots for dangerous plaque to form. The sugar crash cycle. That orange juice and sweetened coffee cause your blood sugar to spike dramatically. Your body responds by releasing large amounts of insulin, which then causes your blood sugar to crash within 2 to 3 hours. This roller coaster effect stresses your heart and creates cravings for more sugar, perpetuating a dangerous cycle. The salt overload. Most breakfast meats are loaded with sodium, often containing 30 to 40% of your entire daily sodium allowance in just 2 strips of bacon. After 60, your kidneys become less efficient at processing sodium, causing your body to retain excess fluid. This increases your blood volume and forces your heart to work much harder. Why it's worse after 60? Your body's ability to handle this nutritional assault decreases dramatically with age. Your metabolism slows down, making it harder to process fats. Your arteries become less flexible and more prone to inflammation. Your digestive system produces fewer enzymes to break down heavy foods. Your blood naturally becomes more prone to clotting. The research evidence. A groundbreaking study from Harvard Medical School followed 27,000 American men over 22 years. Those who regularly ate processed breakfast meats had a 42% higher risk of heart failure. The risk was even higher for men over 65. Another study published in Circulation found that eating just 1 serving of processed meat daily increased the risk of cardiovascular disease by 18% in adults over 60. Want to know what the grandmother I mentioned earlier ate the morning of her heart attack? 2 pieces of Canadian bacon, scrambled eggs cooked in butter, buttered wheat toast, and a large glass of orange juice. She thought she was being healthy by choosing Canadian bacon over regular bacon and wheat bread over white bread. She had no idea that this healthy breakfast was delivering a devastating combination of saturated fat, sodium, sugar, and inflammatory compounds directly to her cardiovascular system at the most vulnerable time of day. The solution: heart-healing breakfast options. Here's what you should eat instead. Option 1. The Oatmeal Powerhouse. Steel-cut oats topped with fresh berries, chopped walnuts, and a drizzle of honey. The fiber helps lower cholesterol, the berries provide antioxidants that fight inflammation, and the walnuts supply heart-healthy omega-3 fatty acids. Option 2. The Avocado Toast Revolution. Whole grain bread topped with mashed avocado, a sprinkle of hemp hearts, and sliced tomatoes. Avocados provide monounsaturated fats that actually help clean your arteries, while the fiber and potassium support healthy blood pressure. Option 3. The Protein Smoothie Blend Spinach, banana, berries, protein powder, and unsweetened almond milk. This provides sustained energy without the blood sugar spikes, plus the spinach delivers nitrates that help relax your blood vessels. Option 4. The Mediterranean start Greek yogurt with fresh fruit, a handful of nuts, and a drizzle of olive oil. This combination provides probiotics for heart health, protein for sustained energy, and healthy fats that fight inflammation. The morning routine that saves hearts: drink 16 ounces of water first thing upon waking. This helps thin your blood naturally. Wait 30 minutes before eating. This allows your body to fully wake up. Choose one of the heart-healthy options above. Take a 10-minute walk after eating. This helps your body process the food more effectively. Avoid all processed meats, fried foods, and high-sugar items. The transformation you'll experience: more sustained energy throughout the morning, better mental clarity and focus, improved digestion, more stable blood pressure, reduced inflammation markers. Remember, your breakfast sets the tone for your entire cardiovascular day. Choose wisely and your heart will thank you. Choose poorly and you're setting yourself up for the same fate as that grandmother. I want to hear from you in the comments. What's your current breakfast routine? Are you ready to make the switch to heart-healthy options? Let me know what challenges you're facing, and I'll help you create a breakfast plan that protects your heart while still tasting great. Silent killer. 1. The medication mistake. That's killing American seniors. This is the deadliest habit I encounter in my practice, and it's so common that I've lost count of how many emergency surgeries I've performed because of it. It's a mistake that can turn a manageable health condition into a death sentence in a matter of days. The habit? Stopping or skipping blood pressure medication because you feel fine. Let me tell you about a 72-year-old retired teacher who nearly died because of this exact mistake. This patient had been taking blood pressure medication for 15 years. His numbers were perfect, consistently around 125/80. He felt great, had energy, and was more active than many people half his age. Then he read an article online about the dangers of blood pressure medications. He started worrying about side effects and decided to take a break from his pills to see how he felt naturally. He didn't tell his doctor. He didn't gradually reduce the dose. He just stopped. 3 weeks later, he collapsed in his garden. His blood pressure had skyrocketed to 220/140, levels so dangerous that his brain was starting to swell and his heart was on the verge of failure. If his neighbor hadn't found him and called 911, he would have died that day. This story is not unique. It happens every single week in hospitals across America. The silent killer truth. High blood pressure is called the silent killer for a very specific reason. It causes massive damage to your heart, brain, kidneys, and blood vessels without producing any symptoms until the damage is severe and often irreversible. Here's what happens in your body when you have untreated high blood pressure. Week 1 to 2 without medication. Your blood pressure begins to rise, but you feel completely normal. Your arteries start experiencing increased pressure, but there are no warning signs. This is the dangerous illusion that tricks people into thinking they don't need their medication. Week 3 to 4, the constant high pressure begins damaging the delicate inner lining of your arteries. Microscopic tears appear, creating perfect spots for cholesterol and plaque to stick. Your heart starts working harder to pump against the increased resistance. Month 2 to 3, your heart muscle begins to thicken as it struggles to pump against the high pressure. This thickening, called left ventricular hypertrophy, makes your heart less efficient and more prone to dangerous rhythms. Your kidneys start to show signs of damage as the high pressure destroys the tiny filtering units. Month 3 to 6, plaque buildup accelerates in your damaged arteries. Your risk of stroke increases exponentially as the pressure in your brain's blood vessels reaches dangerous levels. Your heart's electrical system becomes unstable, increasing the risk of sudden cardiac death. The point of no return. Eventually, the damage becomes so severe that even if you restart medication, your heart, brain, and kidneys may never fully recover. This is what I see in my operating room. Hearts that are so damaged by untreated high blood pressure that surgery becomes the only option for survival. Why American seniors are at higher risk. After age 60, several factors make skipping blood pressure medication even more dangerous. Arterial stiffening. Your arteries naturally become less flexible with age, making them more susceptible to pressure damage. Reduced kidney function. Your kidneys become less efficient at regulating blood pressure naturally. Medication sensitivity. Your body becomes more sensitive to the absence of medication, causing more dramatic blood pressure spikes. Multiple risk factors. Most American seniors have additional risk factors like diabetes or high cholesterol that compound the dangers of high blood pressure. The research is terrifying. A study published in the New England Journal of Medicine followed 8,000 American seniors who stopped taking their blood pressure medication. Within just 30 days, 23% experienced dangerous blood pressure spikes, 12% had cardiovascular events, heart attacks, strokes, or heart failure. 3% died from cardiovascular causes. Another study found that seniors who missed even 1 week of blood pressure medication had double the risk of stroke in the following month. The most common excuses and why they're deadly. I feel fine, so I must not need it anymore. High blood pressure doesn't cause symptoms until it's causing organ damage. Feeling fine is not an indicator of your blood pressure levels. I want to see if I can control it naturally. While lifestyle changes are important, they should supplement, not replace, proven medication in most cases. The time it takes to see if natural methods work is often enough time for irreversible damage to occur. I'm worried about side effects. The side effects of uncontrolled high blood pressure, heart attack, stroke, kidney failure, death, are far worse than any medication side effects. If you're experiencing side effects, work with your doctor to adjust your medication. Don't stop taking it. I can't afford my medication. There are generic versions of most blood pressure medications that cost less than $10 per month at many American pharmacies. Many pharmaceutical companies offer assistance programs. The cost of a heart attack or stroke is infinitely higher than the cost of prevention. I forgot to refill my prescription. This seemingly innocent mistake kills thousands of American seniors every year. Set up automatic refills, use pill organizers, set phone alarms, whatever it takes to never miss doses. The right way to manage blood pressure medication. 1. Consistency is everything. Take your medication at the same time every day. Your body depends on consistent levels of the medication in your bloodstream. 2. Monitor at home. Invest in a quality home blood pressure monitor, available at any American pharmacy. Check your pressure at the same time each day and keep a log. This helps you and your doctor track how well your medication is working. 3. Never stop abruptly. If you're having concerns about your medication, talk to your doctor. Some blood pressure medications can cause dangerous rebound hypertension if stopped suddenly. 4. Understand your numbers. Know what your target blood pressure should be and understand what your readings mean. For most seniors, the goal is under 130/80, but your doctor may have different targets based on your individual health. 5. Use tools and systems, pill organizers with alarms, smartphone apps that remind you to take medication, automatic prescription refills through your pharmacy, family members or friends who can help remind you. The connection to our earlier story. Remember the grandmother from the beginning? One of the factors that contributed to her heart attack was that she had stopped taking her blood pressure medication 6 months earlier because she felt great. Her blood pressure had been silently climbing, weakening her heart and making her more susceptible to the other harmful habits we discussed. The retired teacher survived his medical emergency, but his heart function is permanently reduced. He now requires multiple medications and will never have the quality of life he once enjoyed. All because he skipped 3 weeks of a medication that costs $8 per month. Your action plan. If you're currently taking blood pressure medication, never skip doses. Set up systems to ensure you never run out. Monitor your blood pressure regularly at home. Communicate with your doctor about any concerns. View your medication as life insurance, not just symptom treatment. If you've been skipping medication, restart immediately. Contact your doctor first if you've been off for more than a week. Schedule an appointment to discuss your concerns. Get your blood pressure checked regularly until it stabilizes. Implement the systems above to prevent future lapses. Remember, your blood pressure medication isn't treating a symptom. It's preventing a catastrophe. Every pill you take is an investment in your future, your family, and your quality of life. The bottom line, High blood pressure medication is probably the most important pill you'll ever take. Skipping it isn't taking a break from medication, it's taking a break from life. The path forward, your heart's second chance. If you've made it this far, you now know the three silent killers that are destroying senior hearts across America and around the world. You understand how evening alcohol disrupts your heart's natural healing, how breakfast bombs create perfect storms of cardiovascular stress, and how skipping blood pressure medication can be a death sentence. But here's the most important thing I want you to understand. It's never too late to start protecting your heart. Your heart is incredibly resilient. I've seen 80-year-old patients make simple changes and dramatically improve their heart function within months. The human cardiovascular system has an amazing ability to heal when you stop causing damage and start providing support. Your homework for this week: choose one of these three habits to address immediately. Make a specific plan for how you'll change it. Tell someone about your commitment. Accountability matters. Track your progress for 7 days. Before you go, please help us reach more seniors who need this information. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Share this video with family members or friends who might benefit. Leave a comment telling me which habit you're going to tackle first. Let me know where you're watching from. Our Senior Health Line family spans the globe. Remember, every day you wait to make these changes is another day of damage to your heart. That grandmother and retired teacher both thought they had more time. Don't make the same mistake. Your heart has been faithfully serving you for decades. Now it's time to return the favor. Until next time, this is Senior Health Line reminding you to stay strong, stay healthy, and most importantly, take care of your heart.